Oh, connecting people. I talk about some of the items just I mentioned before, basic stocks. But unfortunately, Sally Tan is not here because she keep on saying soup, soup, soup. So today I want to wrap up what we spoke the last sessions, and I want to tell you there's a difference between basic stock, soup, and broth. Okay. Oh, Uncle, can you add John, please? Okay.
I
So
add already.
what is okay?
Don't worry. You.
All right, correct. Okay, basic stocks are actually that's a basic term for strained liquid where you cook the bones and vegetables and then you clear it, you drain it, and then also due to the high to the collagens from the joint, so when after you drain it, you keep it, it becomes jellified. Okay, and also soup. Why they get mistaken with soup and stock? Basic is just is a tea, moment of basic, the moment of tea, base. Okay, soup is and broth are finished product. That means you can take it straight away. Okay, soup actually you can add in your own ingredients. You can add pork, meat, and everything, and vegetables. That means once you add it, you can eat already. And then of course broth. Broth I would say like consomme. Um, uh, yeah, consomme lah. So many things so distracting at that. Okay, we also cover about pastas and how to cook the pasta. That one I will not elaborate. What I want to tell you that you all know that there are how many types or varieties of pasta? Anybody can tell me? Anne, can you tell me roughly? I can only see Anne here. Do you know how many types of pasta? Hi, Saking.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And you're muted.
I put on sound, so I mute here.
Okay.
Okay, many types.
Aggravation, how many types you know? Just give a figure.
Spaghetti type, the ABC, the fine and the round one. You want the name? I do not know the
No
name.
need, no need. You just tell me how many varieties are there. How many varieties
so
that you
there's
know
the
so well?
shell, the shell one,
Yeah.
the ABC one, the fine strip one called what and the thicker one.
There are different types. They have a spaghetti into here. There's another one like spaghetti but got a hole in the center. So I'm not too sure what's the name also. Okay, in total there are.
Then there's the spiral one. The spiral one.
There's a spiral, yeah. There's a spiral one, and there's a penne.
Yeah.
There's macaroni and all that, shell pasta. Okay, in total, there are approximately 350 different types of pasta. You'll be amazed all around the world, okay? It could be 4 times as many as what I've mentioned, 350. But due to the shapes of the pastas are named differently. I'll give you an example. You all saw the bow tie pasta? Like a bow tie like that. The bow tie pasta is also known as the butterfly pasta also, okay? But the actual name for the bow tie pasta is patella. Okay, patella, yes. All right. Thanks, Catherine. I saw your note. And also, Catherine, when we were talking the other day, Catherine talked about gluten intolerance. But there are some protein-based things. Example like wheat and certain grains. They have protein-based, and this can make you have flatulence. That kind of thing. It triggers your stomach to bloat and burp a lot also. So some of them are very, very, very allergic to gluten, so they try to avoid it. Okay, without further ado, since I have quite a number of participants, and sorry, Jean, how many participants do I have?
Just let you know, Dory is in. Dory is the one who requests for the live thing. Currently, you have 14.
Okay, 14. Then I'll tell you what. I start with the presentation.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, okay. Morning, Dory. I can't see you because I'm starting the presentation right now. Actually, this presentation, say again?
Dory.
No, because this presentation, actually, I did it is because last time I did it for my exam. I still keep it. And I also did it for my workplace, and I tweaked a little bit. So, yeah, wait down. Where is the screen share? Let me do the screen share now. Okay, I'll be screen sharing the presentation.
Okay. Yeah.
I screen share. There. Okay, I can see your face. Jean, I need your help. Do I see the whole screen or do I see the participant?
Participant.
Both lah, screen and participant.
Okay, then
Participant.
so I will remove the participants,
Okay.
because otherwise
full
too much
screen,
already.
yeah.
Okay,
Expand.
yeah, full screen.
Not done yet.
Okay, introduction. Of course, I'm the events organizer for today, and this duration is about 30 minutes, provided more questions asked by the participants if they are interested to know. Okay, next, I want you all to be comfortable. How are you all today? There's a free alarm out here. Can you all introduce yourself?
Have to start first.
Jean, can you help me to pinpoint those that I've never seen before? I think you know.
No. Okay, I will just name the participants. We have Dan, we have Chris, we have Dori, we have Margaret, we have Su Chan, Catherine Soon, How, and then we have Jessie, Frida, me, John, Sok Keng, Judy Lin.
Okay,
Judy Lin.
Judy, can you talk? If you can talk, can you introduce yourself, your name? Judy? Okay, never mind. March Tian, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, March, can you self-introduce yourself? Because I've never seen you before and I would like to know more about you.
This is me. Yeah, I'm March Tian. What else you want to know?
Okay. Tell me, introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm March Tian.
Actually, this is just an icebreaker. How you, just a brief 1 minute distribution of the self-introduction. Okay, then I will go to, let me see, I will go to the rest I know. Dori, are you there? Dori?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, basically, okay, can you introduce yourself?
Doria, you don't. Yeah, okay, I'm Doreen. Actually, by name I'm Doreen. Then I'm with HSC for many years, but not very active. Okay, my hobbies are rather general. Playing badminton, swimming, and yeah, very general actually. Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Just
asking
about
you
March.
about
Are you
the.
can?
That day I was showing you my knife.
The
Remember?
knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you
That's
decided
because of
to
you.
do
That's why I do this presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I also got barang-barang all here to show you later on. Okay, March. Can you briefly introduce yourself besides your name, March? Otherwise, I will just go ahead with it. Hello.
I also have been in the SCC for a long time, not very active either. Right, my interests are traveling and keeping fit.
Good. I also like to keep you in travel. That's why I asked you if you want to go anywhere, where would you like to go? But I will skip that one because my presentation takes about 30 minutes. So I will skip this question. But I just want to know who you are. Basically, most of them I know already. Unless you all want to know the other party, you can always name the party and ask the party to self-intro. March, would you like to ask? Don't know.
Sorry, about what?
About anybody you know inside the Zoom that you want to know more about them, you can ask.
Oh, I don't know much about you.
For me, okay. I started out.
You do a lot of cooking, or you are very familiar with cooking, or what? You teach cooking, or what?
I don't teach cooking. Okay, let me briefly tell you. I started out when I was below 20 into this F&B industry. And I've been in the industry for more than 30 over years until I quit. I quit early and I'm a retiree. And I work with a lot of famous celebrities, Singapore celebrities are one of them. I know all the chefs in the Singapore Chefs Association. And basically my job in the hotel is doing the admin work, chef secretary, counseling the chefs if they got problem, and also giving them training on this kind of thing. And also we have passed up food safety, preparation, all these presentations are being done by me, and I give them on a monthly or a weekly training. It all depends on what is required from the HR department. Okay, without further ado, let me go to the next question. All right. Okay, right now I want to tell you about this is we have this feel safety and comfort. Of course, in our presentation, fire exit we know here. But here our fire exit is, you want to exit, you just click the lift button. Okay? And then we have a restroom here, which is right there in the Zoom meeting where you all can relax and listen to my presentation. You can also excuse yourself and go to your own restroom that is the toilet. After this session, it will be a lunch break for you all, and then you can do what you want. Okay? Next. If possible, you turn off your mobile or you silence yourself. And then our safety issue here is don't leave your knife lying around. Special needs is anybody who don't really understand my terminology or some English. I can always speak Hokkien, Mandarin, anything. Okay? Along the way, if there's any questions or doubt, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay? Right. You see the culinary knives. Let me blow up. We have so many types of knives. I don't know you have any or not. You have peeling or paring knife, vegetables knife, cutlet knife. This one, the cleaner knife, actually is a deboning knife. Where you debone the meat from the carcass. We have fillet knife, that is knife to fillet, and we have carving knife. Carving knife is longer than a knife fillet, okay? But it's very good for like carving turkey, roast and everything. Okay, the regular knife that we use every day is the cook's knife. You all cannot see my cursor, but if you can run along with the term there, that is the knife I'm talking about, cook knives or chef knives. The next knife I'm going to be on the left side is the salmon knife. The salmon knife is also known as a slicing knife. You can also do carving with it. Okay, like you carve a whole filet roast or a whole fish fillet. Okay, of course the jam knife we don't use spatula. I believe most of you who do baking and baking or pastry making, you all know about spatula. The next one is the bread knife, which is a serrated knife. It's good for cutting hard bread like rye, sourdough, those kind of crusty bread. Of course, with a roast, you definitely need a carving fork. You need a carving fork because the carving fork is to fold the roast and then you cut. But the Satuko knife is not there. There's another one, a knife X. That one is also, I don't have that, but I have a cleaver. Okay, next. Next, okay. The learning outcome of this session is that by the end of this session, you'll be able to identify the types of knife that we're going to talk, and also I will try to explain their purposes. Okay, and also how to handle the knives. A lot of us at home doesn't know how to handle the knife. What I mean by hand is how you hold the knife, how you pass the knife to people, or how you keep the knife at the side. This I will cover. If I forgot to cover, can you please remind me? Okay. Now, does anybody knows that knife is divided into blade and handle? We all know. But you know that knives is also parts of the knife, like that. We call it anatomy of knives, where we like human being, we have eyes, nose, mouth, right? But knife, we have different parts. Let me show you. Can you see the screen? Allow me to blow up a bit. Okay, on the far end of the knife, to the bolster of the knife, there's a middle part. That is the blade. From the bolster to the rivet there, which is not a rivet, like the round thing is not a rivet, that is the handle of the knife. But the knives also can be labeled as the tip. The point is really the tip. Then one side is the cutting edge, and this other side is the back of the knife or the spine. And also heel. All of us have heel. Knife also have heel. Okay. And then we have the bolster, which is where you grip. You know, right? At home on the bolster we lam diao diao, right? This one also you lam diao diao on the knife so that you can handle the knife properly or hold it properly. Okay. Next. Okay, there are two types of blade. One is a forged blade and one is a stamp blade. Does anybody able to tell me what's the difference of forged and stamp blade? Anyone can ask? I can tell. I mean, sorry.
Forge is
can anyone?
sort of.
I close the screen. Yeah, forged. What's the difference between forged and stamp blade?
Engrave on it. Forge is engrave. The brand or whatever is engraved on it. And the stamp one is just maybe emblazoned on it.
Okay. All right. The next one. Anyone, please, because I can't see you. Anyone can give me an answer? Forge and stamp.
Forge is the process where you hammer the steel into the metal into shape. stem is just cutting out. So forge is technically stronger than the stem one.
Is that how? Is that how? Who is that speaking?
Yes,
Who's the one who said that? How, right? Okay. How you're almost there? That's a good answer. Who else? What about Loisia or Judy? Anybody else can tell me about the blade? Okay, without further ado, let me continue. All right, what How said is correct. There is two types of knife you can find in the store or whatever. Okay, forged. Why you call forged? Actually, it's a piece of steel. You hammer it. The first one, the one on top, is a forged blade, the knife. And then the knife is the whole thing, including the handle. That means the blade and the handle, the whole piece of metal. Whereas a stem blade, this one, the bottom one, it is, how you call it? Okay, when a factory comes out, they're a whole piece of metal plate. Okay, like a cutter. You know, when you do pastry, a cutter, you just cut a bit, tang, 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 tang. You got one time you got maybe 50 or 20 knives. You know, one time you can cut. You can create a knife lah, but whereas a forged one is different. Okay, there is a difference between a forged blade and a stem blade, because forged blade is more solid, whole thing is a metal, whereas the stem blade, it's lighter and it also breaks easily. Let me go on. Okay, what to look for in a good knife? Definitely weight. Because if you have a heavy knife, when you cut, not say very heavy, that carries weight, when you slice, you cut comfortably, and also it doesn't wobble that much. Okay, and then the balance. For a forged blade, they have bolsters, whereas the stem blade doesn't have a bolster. That means there's nothing for you to grip. Okay, it helps you to balance. It also gives you for efficient cooking method. Like for example, let me see. Okay, mine this one. If you all can see, mine this one is a stem blade. You see, there's no bolster. Okay, can you all see? Oh, you all can't see. Sorry. I will show you later. You all can see, right? You all can see my blade. Yeah, this is the one. So it's basically we cut like that. The blade type. Okay, we cut like that. So also of course the blade type are forged, and forged holes at its point, and of course the forged blade is sharper and lasts longer. Whereas a stem blade, so sometimes the meat just go tap tap tap, the blade spoils very easily. Okay, next. There are different types of knife. Okay, the chef's knife is the one that we always use at home, or some of us will carry at home. And also the one that picture shows is a forged knife, forged blade knife. And then of course the slicer, these are the commonly used knife. And then the deboning knife, which is a fillet knife, and then the bread knife. Okay, a tomato knife or cheese knife. I have this at home also for hard cheese. When you cut, then after you want to serve, or you don't need to take a fork, you just go the reverse side, the tip on there, you poke, and then you serve your guests. Okay, the utility knife is also known as the paring knife, or the other type one, the smaller one, the paring knife. Paring knife is basically for peeling, potato, onion, and all that. Of course, the cleaver. Now we talk about the cleaver. Earlier on, we showed the picture is an X knife. Okay. Now we talk about knife storage. My son do have the center picture. The center picture is a magnetic blade. I told him to do it because last time I didn't do it. Do it so that you can store your knife properly, and also it will not, it's for safety reason. You just store like that. Alternatively, if you don't have a, what do you call it, this magnetic strips, you can have a shield which is on the left side of the presentation, the one with the cover. But if you do not have a cover, fear not. Can you see or not? You make yourself a cover, then you do this. Always keep, can see? Always keep your knife this way. Yeah, you have to keep it so that you will not get cut, or when you throw in your drawer, you will not have any injuries. All my knife have, yeah, you can use a cardboard, you can use a newspaper. You can use, then after that you use a masking tape to wrap it up. Of course, you have to change it once in a while, it get dirty lah. But always protect your knife, because sometimes you throw your knife in the drawer. When you pick up other things, you might cut yourself. And always put the knife at one side, and the rest, it can be the ladle lah, the whisk lah, whatever. Okay, all this you need a shield for safety reasons. Okay. Next. Oh, of course, in the hotel industry, it's more on the left side. The right side, sorry, the right side where you have all those holder, the knife holder. But the one on the far right, that one is for sanitizing solution. So every time you wash a knife, you have to dip, for our hotel, we have to dip to sanitize the knife. And when you want to use it, then you just wipe in one direction. Okay, next. Okay, how to hold your knife correctly. You see the index, allow me to show you lah. Okay, this tree hand, you see, if you can see, this tree hand is here. It's here. Okay, and then the thumb and the index finger is here. You hold like that. Okay, there is 3 fingers around the handle, the index finger and on the blade, and the thumb parallel to the blunt end, like that. Okay, you saw the one, the thumb on the blade and then near the handle.
This one is it with the, what is that? Oh, is it the stem knife? Or the forge
My
knife?
one is a stem knife. Yeah, mine is a stem knife. If you want to see a forge knife, I hide it somewhere.
Don't have that balance thing, right?
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Let me carry on. You just jot down your questions on a piece of paper and then you ask me again. Sorry, yeah? Okay, how you cut with a knife. Okay, let me put it this way. I use this one better. Okay, imagine this is your cutting board. Can you see? Yeah, I just slap it a bit. And then your finger, you have to be this way, here, like that. As you seen in the PowerPoint slide. Okay, this one is because when you cut, you see the dotted line when you cut, you will not cut your finger, and it's also a guideline on how you cut. The third picture on the right, which is the wrong one, which a lot of people do it, and every time I see my previous mate do it, I freak out. Because I got one mate, 1 month she don't use 1 box of plaster, because she loves to do this. When you do this, you cut your nails, and you cut your finger. Okay. How come got rocking motion? Oh, sorry, I'm not. Okay, another way is why I call it rocking motion. Allow me to show you. You see, the knife is curved. This is called rocking motion. Okay, can you see? This is called rocking motion. That's why I like this kind of French knife. It's easy to cut. Now we talk about knife safety and care tips. Let the scientist. Okay. Always make sure that your knife is sharp. Okay, between a dull knife and a sharp knife, it's stated there, dull knives are more dangerous. Can anyone tell me why? If how you are still there, I would, okay, maybe how can share? How, are you there?
Sorry, I'm driving, I cannot talk.
Okay, we cannot talk. Anybody can share with me why dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife? Cannot answer, huh? Okay, never mind. Cannot answer. I answer for you, lah. Dull knife are blunt knife. That means knives that are not sharp. Why they are more dangerous? Example. I give you an example of a tomato easier. If it is not sharp, when you cut the tomato, you have to use strength or poke the tomato. So chances of you using force, the knife will slip and cut your hand. But if you have a sharp knife, you went all the way through. Okay, so the next step is, the next point is, never catch a falling knife. Sometimes when you cut, and then somebody call you, then your knife drop or you hit on the knife, just stand away from the knife. Let it fall. Fine, never mind. Because you catch a falling knife, you might cut your hand, and also it might fall onto your feet and then cut your feet. Okay. Also, knife has to be washed by hand. I know some of you have dishwasher at home. Just throw everything into the washer and then just wash. Never, never, never do that. Because like I said, when you pick up the things, or maybe you pick up the other things first, you might cut your hand instead of the knife first. And also, you cannot use dishwasher is because of hot water, which is the next point. Immerse. Oh, actually hot water, hot water also blunt the knife. If you use a washing machine too long, because washing machine I think about 20 minutes, 15 minutes or more. Okay. So another one is why immerse in hot water? Sometimes you cut meat, it's very greasy. You can immerse in hot water, but you do not soak. A lot of people like to throw everything, you know, like the spade lah, the ladle lah, the spoon lah, the plate, all into the sink and then start washing. Never. Always remember, when you do prepping, the first thing to wash is your knife. After you wash your knife, you keep, then the rest you can throw into the sink. That is one thing you have to always remember. And then also when you wash, when you clean the blade white, when it's wet, you see the back and the sharp edge. Always clean like that, one direction. Don't go like that. And then also don't do this because you might cut your finger. Always go one direction. Then come back one direction. Okay. Back of the blade to the, back of the blade to the blade point. Don't this way. It's always this way. Then okay, when you rinse, you dry it with disposal paper. A lot of them like to recycle, like use, my hand cloth, don't they use my hand and clean. I normally hang dry one. For home, I always hang dry because I got a knife holder, I always hang dry. But for hotel industry, you always wipe it with a disposable paper, just one direction. Of course, you have to store properly, which is earlier on I show you. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, next.
Sally,
I think I know why. Wait. I think my slide has gone. It's okay. Okay, this one I'll go to presentation. This one's the screen. We will skip this slide. The next one, okay, this is going to be a group discussion. The safe use of knife and ways to minimize the risk. Does anybody know what are the do's and don'ts of to minimize the risk? Any group participation or discussion after what I've gone through? Don't have a. Okay, never mind. Then I will go ahead. Okay, the do's. If possible, you train your family members. Here I train participants on the safe use of the knife. You have to use the right tool for the right knife. Okay, for me, I fish and I don't use this one for all. This one is when I use it for outside. I have a smaller one. I don't use this for all. Fish is fish, meat is meat, vegetable is vegetable. Okay, then always keep your knife sharp and handle it carefully when you wash. Always cut on a stable surface. How we call stable surface is that when you have a cutting board on your kitchen table, always put a damp cloth or a damp tissue paper to sit on it. Example like this, sit on it. So when it's wet, it will not move. Because if you cut and it moves, then you probably have a hazard of cutting your finger or whatever. Then, okay, when you carry the blade pointing down, I don't know whether you can see me or not. Always carry your blade pointing down. Not nah. You know the kind of nah is very dangerous, always pointing down. And later I will show you. And also when you carry your blade pointing down, always carry your blade upside down. Pointing down, right? And then you hold like that. And then you like that. Can you see? Can you see or not? Hello?
Yes. Yeah, can see.
Yeah, you have to carry your blade like that. That means the blade facing out, the sign of the knife facing in. If your husband says, can you give me a knife? You take the knife and then you pass it to him like that. I will take a smaller knife. I got a smaller knife. Yeah, smaller knife. Okay, this is my paring knife. You don't give your husband the knife like that, you know, it's so dangerous. Okay, you have to turn it around, pointing away. Can see or not? I can't see, no? Can you see how I hold? Yeah, that's the way to hold a knife and give it to someone, or you give it to someone like that. Always remember, give it like that.
I think pointing down looks more safe.
Yeah, pointing down now.
Pointing down safer. Either way, pointing each other.
Pointing down is dangerous. It's dangerous. No, you know why pointing down is not safe? Because if it drops, the thing will drop onto your feet or somewhere. But if you're pointing up,
that is your feet lah.
Yeah, when you point this way, if it drop, this one will drop. Of course, when you drop, you siam lah. But if you point down or you drop, chances of getting cut is very easily. Okay, of course, wear protective gloves for your donate, because all the butcher, they wear wire mesh glove. Wire mesh, means the glove is not wire, not those wire for gardening one. So that when they cut, they will not cut your finger. And always, of course, the don'ts is don't leave on workplace lah, because somebody could accidentally push it out. Workplace, a work surface is actually not kitchen in the hotel. Your home also is your workplace. Okay, your work surface. Never leave the knife unattended, and always push it out. Especially you never know your grandson or children who might touch it. Then while carrying knife, carry a knife while carrying up the object. That means sometimes you do something, and then you forget, then you what? You don't do two things at one time. When you carry a knife, don't carry other heavy objects. And the next point is never catch a falling knife. And also, I hate this one the most, honestly speaking. Sorry to use the word hate. You see the tip of the knife? My previous mate loved to use it as can opener. A few of my knife, the blade just chip off. Yeah, never do that. Okay, the last one is carry in your pocket is for the chefs lah. They like to do this, but it's very dangerous if you do not have a knife shield. Okay, next. Okay, this is a case study, and I hope you all participate. Okay, while trying to open a 25-kilo bag of potatoes, the commie, the chef, sliced the corner of the bag using a 12-inch fish fillet knife, 12-inch, with the knife still in his right hand, pointing upward. He opened like that. That attempt to move the knife, the cut section of the knife gave way because the knife thrust up onto his face, causing a severe laceration. So this case study, can you all see any faults in there? Participate later, participate later.
Too
What
long
can go
the
wrong?
knife. Too long the knife.
Okay.
Shouldn't
Correct.
use a
That's
knife.
June. Sounds like June.
Shouldn't use a knife to open the bag.
The position is wrong. Position of cutting the bag is wrong. Shouldn't go upwards. Should go sideways.
Maybe you should put the potato on the table and then slice the plastic.
No, cannot, because the bag is 25 kilo. It's on the floor.
Then you should point. He should slide down instead of up.
Okay.
He should slide sideways. He should slide sideways to the right.
Okay, come on. Any more?
Why can't use a scissors?
Why
must use knife?
My dear, this is a case study. That's why when I tell you this story, you can see any loophole or not. If I want to use scissors, then my story will be using scissors. It's a case study. Case study, like people give you a scenario. Can you see the faults on there? Like June said, long knife. And then June said, cut sideways. Okay. Other things, can you see? I mean, based on this short story, can you see what go wrong?
Shouldn't carry the heavy bag with the knife in his hand.
Children cannot carry 25 kilo lah. I don't think the children also 25 kilo.
Move the bag.
Sally, we assume that the 25 kg of potato is placed on the floor.
Definitely, unless you can carry up. If you can carry 25 kilo potato up on the table, wow, I salute you.
No, that's
because not much people can carry. Yeah.
So I agree with June. I think he should use the knife and split it sideways away from him. But then he need not use such a long knife. He can always use a shorter knife. That's my take.
Okay. All right. Any more answers?
With the knife down. And Sally, with his knife still in his hand, he should not attempt to move the bag.
Yes.
Sally, I think the chef should use the scissors.
My dear, I know we all know this. This is a case study. Like you go to law school, right? When you go to law school, they give you a case study. They ask you how to fight this case. Why am I asking you what go wrong? You tell me use knife. I use scissors. This is a case study. I want you all to see what is wrong with this chef, what he should do and what he shouldn't do. But some of them have Jessie Au. Jessie Au, raise your hand. Jessie, come.
Okay, hold the knife face down.
one hand hold the bag, the top of the face down and slide. Okay.
Okay. That's a good answer also. Okay. Okay, what go wrong? June is correct. The knife too long. You can always use a small knife like this. Okay. Then also another thing is holding the knife pointing out. Don't try to, well, it's heavy, so you go like that. Okay. You have to either what June said like that or like that, or what Jessie said, down this way. Now always use a small knife, you cut this way down. And of course, when you cut the potato, some of them like to slice this way. When you slice this way, the opening is so big, then the potato roll out. Then you kanchong, the potato roll, then you still have the knife in your hand. So this is all very dangerous way of handling this thing. That's like the case study that I showed you all. Okay, let me small the screen first. Now, see what can go wrong? A 12-inch fillet knife, holding knife pointing upwards, that give way, knife thrust up. Okay, that's where you go wrong. Okay, now recap already, ending part already. I know some of them started very early. Can you all tell me the parts of a knife? Group participation, eh?
Blade,
Who can tell me parts of the
handle,
knife?
the blade and the handle.
Okay, the blade or the handle is a section of the knife. What about the anatomy of the knife?
The rivet, the
That is
bolster,
Like the
the
eye. Say again. Sorry.
the rivet,
tip
the
of the
bolster,
knife?
the spine, the tip.
Oh.
Okay, the rivet is not the part of a knife. The rivet is depending on the kind of knife they use. Okay, part of the knife, yeah, you can say the rivet, but there's not all knives have rivet. Okay, rivet. What is rivet? Let me show you. This is rivet. Can you see the white one? Only depending on certain knife. Like this knife and this knife are similar, but they don't have rivet. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
Can see? Yeah, that's the difference. So you say part of the knife. What else? The spine, the blade. Where else?
The tip.
The pointed tip.
Pointed tip. Yeah, that's it. Correct. Spine, pointed tip. The blade. Actually, the blade.
Bolster.
Yes, the bolster. Correct. The bolster is where you grip the knife.
Also the
opposite of the
joint,
spine is
the
what?
joint between the handle, they call it a fastener. The joint between the handle and the blade.
That one, the joint between the handle and the blade, the center part is the bolster or the heel. The heel. This is the heel. This is the heel. This one is the heel.
It can be called a fastener also.
Okay, you can call it, but I call it the heel. It's not fastener. Fastener to me is like, like 两条 the kind. This is the heel. Okay. All right. Then what else?
There's the butt.
Actually, the blade. Bolster. It's the cutting edge. Someone says edge. Yes, it's the cutting edge. That means the sharp side of the blade. Okay. That's it. I think that's the end of my presentation.
Sally.
Okay, I stop sharing now. Yes.
Can I ask, because I came in late, how to maintain the sharpness of the knife?
Oh.
Okay. To maintain the sharpness on the knife, number one, do not soak in hot water too long. Number two, when you use the blade, let me get when you use the blade, you do a rocking method. Because if the knife is sharp, it will just slice through. Don't do this. Pa, 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 pa. Every time my maid do this, my heart pain. Every time she do this, my heart pain. Okay? Then also, when I show you, a lot of people, especially maid also, they like to hold knife like that. Actually, there's no grip. This one is here. This one is here, this side. And the thumb is here, this side. You hold, can see? That's how you hold your knife. And why you hold the knife this way is because here, your wrist here doesn't move that much. So it's firm. When you do here, your strength is here. When you do this, your strength is your whole arm.
All right.
Okay? Got it. Any questions before I show you all types of knife?
One more question. If your knife is blunt, how do you go about to sharpen it? You send it to the pro to do it,
I normally send to the pro to do it, but you can sharpen it. Okay, there's two types of sharpening. Thank you for asking me this question. This one. You see this one, round one?
Ah, yeah.
That's my sharpening steel. Okay, when you sharpen the knife, always from the heel all the way down to the point.
Okay.
Okay, heel and then here. One side, two sides. Okay. You have another type of blade, sharpening steel, which is the flat one. Okay, the butcher likes to use it. Yeah, there's two types. It's a flat one. The flat one also, of course, the flat one you must hold this way lah. You must hold this way. You cannot hold this way. Yeah. You hold this way again. Hold the knife like this. Then you always from the heel all the way down. Hey, don't do this Okay. And also when you sharpen with the sharpening steel, how much strength you use on one side, you make sure you use the same strength on the other side. Because if you use so much strength, the blade blunt this side, slant this side, then you use a little bit of strength, so the blade will be always slanting one side. So the strength of doing sharpening is always both sides, equal. Okay, I show you, this is a French knife with a heel. Okay, what kind of knife is this? What kind of blade is this? Forge or stem? Somebody who have just gone through the presentation, what kind of knife is this?
Stem.
Correct, stem. Forge one, down here cannot sharp one. I have it, but I never use. Because I so scared my meat spoil last time, so I hide it. I use all the stem one. Forge one, down here have gao one, you know. Very difficult to boa. You have to get a professional to boa. Okay, and then I'm going to show you another knife. Okay, who can tell me what knife is this?
For cutting bread?
Yeah, that is a great knife or a serrated knife. Mine was a long one. I have a short one also. I very careful about long and short.
Chef ma.
Who can tell me what knife is this?
What is this? Is it for cutting cheese?
No, salmon, not for cutting salmon.
Correct. Sue is correct. Salmon or fish. Yeah, if it's shorter one, some of them use for cutting sashimi also can. But of course, the Japanese, they have their own sashimi knife. Correct. Okay. Now, wait, let me keep all my knife and cover the plate. Of course, we all know lah. This one is what?
Chopper.
Cleaver.
Yeah, chopper or cleaver. Okay, what's the difference between? Show you
Oh, you have a big collection at home.
There's a difference between Abu. You got some more. I just show some only. My Hao Lian. What is this? What's the difference? What is the difference?
One is for chopping the chicken, right?
Okay. This one is a chopper.
You see how we are put together, Put together, you can see, right?
I pin your video, cannot see.
Yeah, pin my video better.
Better, I think.
What's the difference? The two, they look the same. They look the same. And see, yeah, they look the same. So what's the difference?
See the handle again?
The handle, no difference. Handle is the handle, no difference. What's the difference between these two plates? I make it easier for you.
One is stainless steel, I suppose. The one is normal type.
Okay. Who else can answer?
I want to try, Sally. The one that is thicker, probably meant for chopping meat that have heavy bones, correct or not? Hey, thank you.
Come on. Then the other one cannot chop,
For slicing,
Who said slicing?
Shirley, I'm just guessing only.
Yes, it's for slashing. Yeah, this one for slicing. This one, the Chinese people, Chinese chef, one knife use all.
Yeah, that's what my mother-in-law said.
Yeah, they go like Yan can cook, you know. This is a Chinese knife. One knife, you slice, you cut, you do whatever. More has a lot of knives. Okay, one knife you have. Correct. Then of course, last but not least, one more tool to show you. What is this?
Carving fork. Carving fork.
Yes, it is a carving fork. Okay, how do you hold a carving fork? Not like that, They hold a carving fork. When you carve anything, you have to fork through.
Yeah, then you got carving knife.
Hold like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you poke through like that. Then when you want to slice something, let me show you a smaller knife. I might show knife, I use my hand. When you want to carve a meat, you poke and then you carve what you want. But a lot of people the other way around, they carve this way. That means they poke small, they cut. No, you always poke the thick one, the one that is stable, and then you slice this way. Okay, that's it. Any more questions?
Where to find a professional sharpener?
Oh, knife sharpener.
The one you can have I don't know, like don't ask me. My husband always last time he used to go to work and sharpen for me.
Chinatown.
He can sharp because a lot of people use a sharpening stone. There's two types of sharpening stone. One is the soft, smooth one, and one is the rough one. Try not to use the rough one unless your knife is super, super blunt. Thailand when they see the kind one, then you use a rough stone one. The smooth one, you always, when you sharp your knife, you don't chi-cha, because you go ahead, the thing like sharpen this way. Then you go stand, then back again. So it's always one side, leave up, one side, leave up, one side. Okay, one side, like that. You sharp. Of course, not this angle, as close as possible. Not so. If you like that, 100% the blade will be blunt. Yeah. Okay. What's that girl name? What's her name? Dory. Okay, Dory, the knife. Dory, can you show us your knife? Quickly run to your kitchen and show us, show the audience, the participants.
Cannot run.
Okay, wait,
Oh, sorry. And don't forget to hold the knife.
Safety. Okay, someone did share People's Park, the old People's Park 3-story building. There is one knife sharpener. Chef also send there for sharpening. They use machine also for grinding.
That's why I do professional. One time you sharp, can last you for years if you know how to take care and handle it. Okay, can you pin on Dory one? Is that the knife that you showed the last time?
Yeah.
Where?
Nearer. Yeah, you all have to pin your video. Let me pin the video. I pin the video. Okay, show me again. Not too near. Turn the other side. She was. This knife. Okay, that means her blade is one side flat and one side like that. Yeah, blade has to be like that. I make it like that so you all can see clearly. Okay, let me unpin her. You know, I see her only. I see nobody with that. Unpin. Okay. Thanks. What's your name? Thanks, Dory.
Dory.
Okay. Yeah. This knife, the blade is like that. Okay. When you cut, they cut through and make a straight line. The one that Dory shared is like that. They call it a chisel grind knife. You know the chisel? You know our chisel is always one-sided? So it's chisel grind knife. So when you cut, the good thing goes line, or you cut the other way around. And then the chisel grind knife, I think they have for left-hander and for right-hander. It's only meant for right-hander, cannot left-hander. You left-hander, you cut it. It's only for right-hander. Okay, let me show you a video of that chisel grind knife. It's a long video, but I will make it, I fast forward it. Wait, let me run the video. How come I don't know why this one got no voice.
Take your time.
Anyway, it's going to be a soundless. Oh my God, how did that? Give me a minute. I just share and I will talk instead of him talking. See, this is a chisel knife, and okay, let me take another thing. Let's take another paper. Sorry, there's no volume. I don't know what happened. I should have tried earlier on. Okay, he will show you when you use a chisel knife to cut. This is a straight knife. The knife with this kind of blade. And then the chisel knife. You see how he cut? He put his knife straight, but he cut. Something.
I haven't seen
Okay,
your
can
video.
see?
Cannot. Your video still loading. Oh, okay.
A share, yeah. Okay. You see, it's slant. So he's going to try some more. When you use a chisel knife, that's a kind.
Hang already. Hang.
Lagging, what happened? Oh my God.
Hang liao.
Oh Lord, hang liao. Zoom meeting not okay. Wait for the program. Okay, I close the program. I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm back. And also because when I exit from Zoom, the video got sound. I don't know why. Okay. So any more other questions? Now is question and answer time. I still got 10 minutes. Haha.
Yeah, Sally. Yeah, Louis here.
Yes, Louis.
Then there's those Amor when they cut fruits why they always they have the blade upside down, then they slide up the apple. You notice or not? We always cut downward, but they cut from the bottom upwards.
So far I've never seen people cut apple upside down. And the thing, when you cut, another safety measure is when you cut apple, please don't take and cut this way. Because if you cut this way, I have friends, I have a chef last time, he used a small knife, a sharp knife, and he poked the, what do you call it, the cabbage. He's trying to core the stem out of the cabbage, and zoom, miss, and then cut here. Now her finger is numb. So never use a hand as a base. Always use a cutting board. But if you say somebody cut this way, the first time I see it, maybe you can show me next week any video or any picture of it. Nobody cuts up, we cut down. Anything else?
No, thanks.
Okay, any more questions? Sue, you're smiling. Any questions you want to throw?
No, I'm just wondering how they really slice the fruit in such a nice shape, though.
Okay, actually, I can slice an apple. See, this is an apple. I show you how. My thumb on the apple, and then I hold the blade in a certain angle, and I do this. And as I do this, I hold the apple like that. As I do this, I use my hand to push. Okay, then you will see all the apple peel ready, not the peeler type one. At the time during my younger days, when we
next.
Say again.
Sorry for
because during my younger days, the restaurant seems to love turn potato so much. So all the potato like Ghana shape, same size, same height, everything all. So what we do is that at the two end, we use the paring knife. The paring knife is very good for turning potato. That means you hold this, then you go like that. See, like that. You see my hand? That means this is always the shape of the potato. Okay? And also mushroom, button mushroom. We will use the tip of the knife, and then we go this way. It's how you hold it. Peel apple is this way, or peel potato this way, but you peel mushroom is always using the tip. That's why the mushroom got line, like umbrella like that. Those were the days now, everything thrown inside and ta. Okay, I saw Erlich, first time I see him. Erlich, can you introduce yourself to the participant there? You are muted. You are muted. You unmute.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Just joining this one. I see Sue. I think I've seen you before.
Hi.
Yeah, so I've been with SAC for, thank you. I joined SAC some time back already, but then not active. Yeah. So now, okay, I get a chance when I can come in, I'll come in. Otherwise, no. Yeah. I'm on the chat for cooking, baking.
Yeah. Erlich has been in the cooking and baking chat group, and he and Hao is one of the active ones. Hao Chabu already. Hao left already, yeah. These two are the active guys, and besides that, Stephen also. They always give their contribution to the cooking and baking class and give us some tips. Well, if you have interest in our cooking class group, if you don't mind email blasting, who's that? Who's that? Okay, thank you. So if you're interested, you can always ask Terrence to put you in. But quite a number of us. How many are there? I think right, early. How many participants we have inside the cooking class? I think it's 20 over, right?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Maybe over. Oh. Okay, any more questions? You want to ask any more that you're not sure or
Hey,
you want to
Sally,
know?
why nice the black color black one. Outside next time lah.
Your black color is me.
One sharp part and then another part is not sharp. The blade part, one is sharp, one is not sharp.
That's a chisel knife. Chisel grind knife, that's what I mentioned. One straight, one blunt, like that, right?
Bo.
It's chisel.
One part is the bottom part, the cutting edge. The cutting edge. One side of the cutting edge is sharp. The other side is blunt.
There's no such thing as sharp and blunt.
It looks like a chopper.
Because I'm very difficult to give you comment if I can't see anything because your description could be wrong or maybe you didn't describe right. The next time, can you bring and show me?
I'll see you personally. Thank you.
Okay. Earlier said there's 26 participants. Yeah.
Tell you how about a ceramic knife?
Oh, ceramic knife is good. No need to sharp.
Oh. Okay.
Of course, you don't chop lah. You chop. You do like that. Because always bear in mind, all knives are meant to slice.
Okay.
That means on the tip of the knife, you like that, an angle 45 degrees, and then you slice. Wait, then you come back again 2 times. You rock. Okay. Let's say you got a meat, right? You first point at that at the edge on here, you slice, and then you carry it back 2 times. You don't that's not the way, and then you spoil the blade faster also.
Then what about mincemeat? How do you chop mincemeat?
Mincemeat, I ask the butcher to get mince for me. But mincemeat is you normally use a chopper. Yeah, you use a chopper. But nowadays nobody use chopper lah. And then also, since I talk about knife, talk about cutting board. Please use those white plastic ones. Okay, don't use those wooden cutting board.
Why?
Because when you use those wooden cutting board, sometimes you chop too much, then they will have an incision, then they will have grooves. That's where you trap all the bacteria and those meat that you never clean properly, and it's harmful for us. Yeah, and then also a cutting board, you can scrape. Of course, I don't use the knife and scrape or you spoil your blade. The last time I asked someone to make for me, it's not in the market. He make, okay, I show you.
Is this the black knife you're talking about? Someone was asking.
No, mine is a small chopper, all black.
All black, wow, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, this one black on top.
Then I think that could be the blade. Blade. Right. Show me your knife, Alex. Alex, show me your knife.
Yeah.
Wow, this one is very good knife, Pak we call it. Don't play, Yeah, this is a special kind of knife, so. No, it's very good, very good. This one is a Japanese knife. I have also, in fact, but I never take out. See, okay, this is the thing that my friend, like ironing board, you know iron. You see, someone made it.
Wow.
You cannot find outside. Okay, someone made it. Wait, let me see. Okay, use my body. You see the 2 edge here? Sharp, and this is sharp.
What is this for?
My cutting board dirty, right? I do this. I scrape real hard. I remove all the stain.
Scrape it.
Yeah. I think it's a polytechnic student who created this lah. But I have yet to see it lah. Not that, or maybe have, I don't know. So you just basically you push. Wow, then you see all the white thing come out. Then you pull back again. You push. And then you're cutting board. Sometimes you cut carrot lah, you cut red meat, bloody meat, the cutting board, no matter how you scrub, very dirty one. You cannot scrub off the stain. So that's the only way to do it. But for wooden board, you can't do it, because wooden board, the wood grain is different. So if it is good, if you can find this, my special iron. Any more questions?
Sally, I have a
Sorry,
question.
Yeah, sorry.
Just now you used that scraper is on a plastic board, is it?
Yes, on plastic board, not on wooden board.
Oh, so when you do that, will it make your board thinner and thinner? It will not make it thinner.
Of course,
it will.
It will. Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you recommend to use the wooden board?
Yes, because it scrape off the stain. Then you got a new fresh layer. You know, like your body scrub, like you scrub, chanky, good, you know, the kind of same.
Okay, thank you.
Recently, they sell the metal board. I saw it on Q10. Metal board, metal, metal.
But I don't know whether it's good or not, because Alex seems to shake his head. What do you think of the metal board?
Well, metal against metal, right? Then your knife will go blunt.
Oh, okay. Because
See,
they
give the answer here.
Material, metal. Now they invent metal board.
Yeah. So your knife is metal. Your knife will blunt. You will blunt your knife.
Blunt faster, lah. Your knife will blunt faster. In no time, you can throw away your knife, and then you can have new sets of knife.
Then metal no grip some more, no? If your items might move, it's not so.
So it's not practical.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Because metal, like what he said. Let's say you put a piece of meat on there. You cut the thing more faster, Whereas wooden board and those old-fashioned wooden board and plastic, they have grain, rough one. So it's still, when you cut your meat, the food produce still stays on the cutting board. So what Alex said is true. Metal is very dangerous. Unless you're very hurry, like urgent, like cut garlic, no, fast one. Because my house, my kitchen one is granite top. But I seem to cut on the granite top. After that got scratches, I faint. So I use a cutting board. Yeah. And also,
sorry.
Yes?
Oh, actually, I like cut things on a small ceramic board.
You can use ceramic board, no hard fast rule. Yeah.
Like it, okay, when no bacteria.
True. Bacteria is all based on cleaning.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you have ceramic board, you don't clean, no bacteria. It's still bacteria.
Clean, I mean, you don't have like the wooden type of board where you have grooves and all that.
Of course. Yeah. And then also in the hotel, we have color-coded board and color-coded knife. That means red is for red meat, yellow is for cook, blue is for seafood, green is for vegetable. But for me, no color-coded knife. One knife cut all, but I got 2 cutting board. Okay, one cutting board is for cooking one, and then another cutting board is for fruits. My fruits will never share with my meat and vegetable. Never. Because fruit, like that, the rest you cut, you cook, so it's okay. Whatever bacteria also died, and you treat it as heavy, heavy. Yeah. Any more questions?
Sally, how about the very heavy duty glass cutting board? I see, you chop, you will not break,
Wow.
Like what Erlich said, glass and stainless steel, also there's no cushion because they are hard and solid surface. Anything that's hard is very bad for the blade. Whereas cutting board is heavy, but it's chewy, no matter how, when you cut the cutting board will have scratches, but you won't have scratches on the glass. So if you don't have scratches on the glass, you don't have scratches on the stainless steel top, chances of your knife blunt very easily.
I still
have to go and find specialists.
I still maintain 2 chopping board at home. So one is I segregate it. One is for cutting fruits. The other one is for our main raw meats. So it's best to segregate it.
Yeah, same here.
True. You don't need to segregate like meat and seafood, or you don't need. But
I know, but
I
maintain 2. I maintain 2.
Yeah.
Try from now, from today onwards.
You need another one. Cooked meat.
Not necessary. Not necessary. Today from today onwards, please have 2 cutting board. One for ready to eat food.
Yeah.
And then one for
fruits.
Yeah, raw food. Yeah, fruit.
Oh.
So next time you reno your house, keep a piece of ceramic tiles as a chopping board. I like it.
I wouldn't suggest that. Go get a proper chopping board. You know why I keep the ceramic for now? I keep the ceramic for my pots and plants outside. Yeah, not for cutting, please, because ceramic doesn't, sometimes they have rough edges and all that. Try not to, yeah.
No, smooth
And then
one.
especially it's very bad. It's very bad for serrated knife. You know those jagged ones is very bad. After a while, your serrated knife also can throw away. That's why you have to treasure your knife like your buddy. You know, like the army. The gun is the wife, like for the chef. The knife is their wife. You have to take care of them. Yeah. Any more questions from the rest?
Yes, Sally, I have a question. You know, recently I see a lot of knife. It is called ceramic knife. The ceramic knife on the package always say antibacterial. So is it true? Ceramic knife really antibacterial, and is it good to use for ceramic knife?
To me, bacteria can be on any surface. Okay, you will say no bacteria. I don't know, but I think there is a minimal amount. But it doesn't harm us, lah. It doesn't harm us unless it's filthy one. Then okay, lah. You know, you can use it also. But nowadays they introduce ceramic knife. I also have ceramic knife. I don't know where is it inside. Oh, ceramic knife pun ulah. Ayo. But I use the old one first, lah. You know. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we all once we see knife, we fall in love, and then we say, on offer, bye. Yeah.
Thank you.
And also this knife, this is I think most of you know, this knife is a German knife. I think Victorinox. They have for camping and all that. Those flip one, Victorinox. Can you see? Yeah, one of them. Another knife is the two men standing like that. These are the knives that I always buy. Yeah. Actually, we are 5 minutes past, but if you have any questions you want to throw, feel free to throw now, because Jean said that you will extend it until 11:45. Any more questions?
Yeah, Sally, the knife here like that, you can see got wave, got this bubble here.
Yeah.
What is it for, and how does it serve the purpose?
This one, challenging question, but a lot of people don't know. And I also don't know, but I guess my deduction is this knife is a good knife. It's sharp. And also, you know what? When it's a flat blade, you cut fish, it will stick.
It's not flat, no. Here is further up, you know. Here is a bit rounded up.
No. I'm talking about the side. The side of the blade.
Two side, yes.
Like this one. This is a flat blade. Chances of you slicing a meat or a fish will stick more. That's how I see it. So people make this kind of go hole, bubble. The blade is for cutting it. The bubble of hole so that the meat will not start. You know, a lot of time when we cut, we have to do like that. You know, we cut like that. But this one,
so the meat will fall off by itself.
Easily, not automatically.
So this
easily.
is good,
That's
right?
why as people go, this time is good, yeah.
What
that's why people
knife is
every time improvise.
What knife
I
is
don't
it?
know. You're very cheap, you know, very cheap. Normal knife. Oh, this one is a forge knife. This is definitely a forge knife. You see the poster?
It's Victorinox.
Yeah, this is a forge knife. That means it's a whole piece of metal.
Yes, and the handle is
expensive and it's
handle is a wood, you see, seal like that.
Screws.
This is what would you call it? A very good wood.
I don't know.
Rosewood. Mahogany wood.
Mahogany, okay. Yeah, of course, I don't take those cheap wood. Those cheap wood are spoil faster, yeah.
I like it because it's very different from other knife. They have this, you know. Yeah.
Mine, this one, I don't know what wood, but I like it a bit kilat, the material. See, shines. This one, number one, the meat will not stick and easy to clean.
Shine when I bought back, so because I placed it on most of the time on the water, then the color tarnish a bit. Yeah, so now I leave it standing.
Okay, from
like
now
that.
onwards, yeah. From like that, you have a magnetic strip, you just leave it like that. From now onwards, can you please, whatever chores you do, wash your knife first and then keep it. Then the rest you can wash later. Because this is one of the safety precautions, so you won't get cut. Like I said, my previous mate, she used a lot of plaster. Sikit-sikit ni she cut, because she doesn't listen to instruction. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions?
Not at the moment.
No questions. Any? Not at the moment. Okay,
Yeah,
so
sure got
can you
question
give
will
me
shoot
some
at you.
feedback on?
Okay.
Definitely, I hope you know. Okay, what I want to ask from you all is that is there any feedback for my sessions today?
Yes, submitted already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
comment and feedback.
submitted already.
Submitted already.
有榜料咯 Sally Fu.
Bola.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt.
Sally Fu,
Okay.
you know, I like to wash my knife already, huh? Just use a cloth, just dry like that, dry it, and then I put on my holder, and I have many slots.
For me, if I wash my knife, I will not clean it with a cloth unless I want to use it now.
What's the
I
reason?
normally use paper towel because since you're gonna hang it dry, why you want to wipe? And then your cloth has to be a disposable cloth, one time throw. If you're going to use those like chichi one or the table one,
lazy, I just chuck after wash. I just chuck into the holder. I got a few slots.
It's good enough. My holder is those wire one, you know. That means it's air. It's not like those block one. That means got grill one. So if you hang it there, I tell you, less than half an hour dry up already. So it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. So any feedback? No feedback, huh?
Okay.
We're very good, well presented. We are going to we are writing on the forum. Actually, I'm typing halfway, you know.
SSC forum, SSC forum.
No, because it's good because it's sort of informative. At least you give very detailed explanation in each individual knife.
Correct.
So much worried people don't want to. Sorry, I was so worried people don't want to.
You explain very well. Hey, that's why I pushed back my appointment, you know.
Yeah, very good.
I even pushed back my appointment.
Thank you. Thank you, Sally.
First time,
right.
Sally, this is my first session with you. My first session with you, just to comment, you are very thorough, very detailed, and very systematic.
Yes.
Also very low-so, right?
From you.
Agree.
Yeah, thank you. Frida, any comment?
Well done.
Only well done, huh? I expect more words there.
Because I'm not a cook. In fact, I buy the cheapest knife so that I wouldn't waste money.
Soft,
Every
Frida.
now and then from IKEA.
No worries. Even you get the cheapest knife, as long as safety is the most important thing. Sharpness. Okay, with the sharpness, you will have safety.
It hurts my finger. When I was in Japan, my husband died down to buy knife. I says, you want to kill me or you want to? Yeah, so I use the cheapest knife from IKEA. So I go to IKEA to buy knife every.
I also have, I also have $2 knife, That was at home. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we end this session now. Thanks, Louis, for the comment, and also Erlich for the comment. What about my sister here, Mr. Pei, Mr. Hat? Any feedback?
They got hat here, hat not here lah.
No, she turned her name around the other way around. It's become Pei.
I don't see
Well
her.
done, my sister.
June.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Okay, I have more sessions of this. A lot of them says that they want cooking. Yeah, I tell you, cooking, you just click on YouTube, you can find already. But then again, if you were to tell me, say, hey, how come I follow YouTube and I couldn't get what I want? That is where I can help you. So whatever thing you see in the YouTube, you don't understand, how come you cannot get the result, just jot it down. The next session, you can come and ask.
Great.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. I hope to see you on a weekly basis.
Have a
Okay,
good day.
bye-bye.
Chinese, right? We have